Welcome back to ciLiving. Rebecca Strom from the Mahomet Public Library joins me now, and I see that we have quite an assortment of items here. So what exactly do you have planned to make these water balloons?
So, like I said, we're making these reusable water balloons, and the supplies needed are really simple. All you need is some sponges, and then some rubber bands, and then some scissors, and that's literally it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so you probably maybe even have all of this at your house right now and can get it out and follow along as we make them on the air.
Even if you don't, it's super easy to get like at the dollar store or wherever.
Right.
So to start, you're gonna cut some strips off of your sponge. I usually do 3 strips per sponge.
Okay.
So I've got kind of some strips already lined up, and then you'll do 6 per water balloon.
Okay.
And just kind of bunch them together like this.
All right.
And then you're gonna take I usually double rubber band it just for
in
that
case
added.
One snaps.
Yeah, in case one snaps. And then you just kind of wrap them together here.
And when they're finished, these almost look like gobstoppers.
Yeah,
I feel like everlasting gobstoppers from Willy Wonka. Yeah. How cool.
And so that's literally it. It takes like 30 seconds to make one.
Yeah.
So I thought we could make some together here if you'd like.
Yes.
So you've got your scissors.
Okay.
And then we're just going to cut them vertically like this into 3
vertical
strips. Yep.
Okay. Oh wow. And these
they cut super easy.
They cut so easily.
And I found it's usually easier if you get them a little damp first, which is why I did that before I came here, because they're easier to cut if they're damp already.
Right. That makes sense. And yeah, and I was going to say this actually goes quicker because my initial thought was stack them and cut a bunch at the same time, but
it just goes super quick.
Well, and I love the idea of this because I remember as a kid loving doing water balloon fights and having that sort of outdoor time. But I remember not enjoying filling the water balloons.
Nope.
I remember not enjoying cleaning up the yard afterwards. So I feel like this eliminates all of it.
It's so much more fun and way easier to clean up and way better for the environment. So I feel like it's a win-win-win.
I agree.
And they're fun to make too.
Yeah, I was going to say you could kind of get the whole neighborhood together to make them and then put them in buckets. So instead of having to fill each one, you could float these, get them really wet, and then each team could have a bucket or...
And what we do at the library is I use them for a splash toss game. So I get a big bucket with a bunch of them, get them all like nice and wet, and then I have like 3 separate buckets like with points on them.
Oh, sure.
So like depending on what bucket you toss it into, that's how many points you get.
Oh, what a great idea. So you can even make an additional game out of it.
Yeah.
So how many do I need per water balloon?
6 strips per water balloon.
4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you'll just rubber band them together.
Okay. And I see you have all green ones. Let's make an all green one. So I'll leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll make a green and a pink. Yeah. Then you could even do, like if you're playing that
teams,
game, teams, or if you're trying to see which team got the most points. Now, how do you stack them? Do you stack them?
I usually just do like 3, like side by side, like 3 and 3 like
3 and
this.
3.
And then just go
and then double water balloon or double rubber band it.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And you can kind of like pinch them together like that, just make it easier.
Pinch it in the center. Well, and I also feel like this is the type of situation that this would not hurt quite as much as getting pelted with a water balloon, because I remember that as a kid too. If the water balloon hit you but then didn't actually break, ultimately
it hurts. It hurts. The impact. Yeah, these are actually super. I feel like they're a lot softer. Yeah, the sponges are nice. Even when they're wet, it does not hurt as much as like an actual water balloon, I feel like.
So so why did mine not turn out like a cool, never-ending gobstopper? We need to fix this.
So it's just because it's a little uneven, so you can kind of pull on one side of the sponge to kind of even it out.
Okay.
Like that.
Oh, gotcha.
And you can kind of go in and do it. And just to even it out, I mean, even if it's not perfect, it's still going to work just the same. So.
Of course, right. And
practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. And then this is easy supplies.
Yep.
Easy assembly.
Yeah, I've got probably like, I would say 50 of them at the library. Like I made so many.
Really?
The kids love them, and you can make a bunch of them out of like not that many sponges, because you get, 2 sponges makes, I think 2, or no.
1.5 water balloons, right.
So, you get a pretty good bang for your buck on these.
Well, and I feel like sponges are so versatile, because I was looking up life hacks the other day, and one of the things that I saw was that if you take a sponge and you put it in the freezer and you freeze a bunch of sponges, then you can actually use those like in school lunch boxes.
Like for ice packs.
And they make really, really good ice packs.
Yeah, so even if you buy a bunch of sponges and then you don't use them for your water balloons, you can use them for something else.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, mine keep coming out like so, you're the expert. Well,
You know what?
let
This
the water
one-
balloon pro
This one, I would
fix it.
say you just need to rubber band it another time to make it a little tighter. And then there you go.
Oh,
That's all right.
okay.
You got
Gotcha.
it.
So if it's not quite coming out, then
You just got to troubleshoot.
adjust the rubber band sizing we've learned, and then also just kind of
Tug on them.
tug on them different ways.
To get that rubber band right in the middle.
Right.
Yep.
And then I feel like we need a bucket to start.
I know, I should have brought a bucket. We could have started a water balloon fight.
Oh, a water balloon fight, or I really like your idea of gamifying it.
Yeah.
And especially with Sunshine Supplies for Teachers being here, she always takes whatever it is that she makes, and I'm like, oh, this would be great for this. And she's like, or we could teach them this and this and this.
Yeah.
So you can use these for
There's
so many different
so much
things.
that you can do with these things.
And I love that they're sustainable.
Yes, that's the most important part for me. And I don't have to clean up little bits of plastic all over the lawn. So.
Right. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much
Thanks
for
for
teaching us
having
this.
me.
This is fantastic. You should definitely do this at home this summer. Well, coming up tomorrow on ciLiving, the Station Theater will be here with a preview performance of their upcoming musical Title of Show, as well as information on how to get tickets. And we are kicking things into gear with HMD Academy of Taekwondo. They will be showing us their moves, plus Luna's Mushrooms will be here to teach you how to make a mushroom dinner with gourmet ingredients and how it can be newcomer friendly. All of that and more is coming your way tomorrow on ciLiving. Thank you for watching. I'll see you at 3 p.m.